Hey, how's it going there? Flintedge here again, and just showing off my second garage. I filled my second garage completely up, and I wanted to show off the cars. So let's get started. Go away, Lester. First car in my garage is the Dominator. This used to be the first car in my other garage that I replaced with the Roosevelt, and the only reason that was because this car was the car I started the game with. When they give you a free car, and Simeon's like, "This car's on me. I took this car." I didn't have a garage, didn't have nothing. I was a low-level character when I first started when Grand Theft Auto Online came out, and I was driving around in this, and it did me very well. I played a lot of missions, won a bunch of muscle car races in this sucker, and I just wanted to replace it. So in my second car garage, I got a new one, and I paid for it off the website as well. Didn't steal it off the street this time. This car is legally mine. Basically, just did it up with everything, all the mods you can pretty much do. Did the lights up. Got the big fin on the back. Got the tint and everything. Didn't change the horn, didn't change much of anything, just paint job. Got the blue with the white stripe. Really like this car. And then this car here, I had one of these very briefly, and then I just got rid of it because I ended up replacing it with one of the other cars that's in my garage. I'll probably end up replacing it again. I like the look of it, like the big engine and everything. Out of all the muscle cars, I think this one's not really the greatest, but I just love the way it looks. I put the wheelie bar on the back. I don't really like the wheelie bar. I put it on there anyways. I just threw it on there. Probably get rid of that. I'm not a big fan of that. I don't mind the big air intake. I think it kind of makes it look kind of more badass. Same thing as the other one, just normal horn. And black paint job. Thought it looked badass with the black. I like the muscle cars. These are the only two muscle cars I have now. I used to love the muscle cars. I used to have a full garage full, and I got rid of them all to replace with supercars and everything else. But I used to really like the muscle cars, and that's one thing I wish Rockstar would do, is actually put more muscle cars in the game. Like, let's see another pack. They always put supercars and sports cars. Let's see some muscle cars. Let's get some new muscle cars that we can whip around in and look awesome in. I got the brand new motorcycle, the Dinka Thrust. Climb on there. It's the only motorcycle I have right now. It's alright. I mean, it reminds me of something what my dad used to drive back in the 80s. He used to have a motorcycle similar to this with the big saddlebags, the big hard saddlebags in the front and everything. It looks very similar to that. He didn't have a dual exhaust on his. He only had the single exhaust. I just painted mine black. I'll probably end up selling it. It's nice, but you know, the other crotch rockets are better for doing like tricks and stuff on. And this one's alright. I tried to do a few tricks on it and ended up falling on my face. So performance-wise, seems alright. Decent speed and everything. Looks like it'd be good for like somebody to jump on the back and go for a cruise. It looks more like a touring bike or something like that. Let's see, you got the new supercar, the Zentorno. Ooh, hear that engine? Just starts up. Put the stripe on the front. Got the big high profile fin on the back. It looks like it just molds right into the car when you put it on too. It's got a bit of like the back end. When I first saw this car and I took it for a drive, I thought it looked kind of like a Tron car or something. It's got kind of those lines and everything. When I bought it just in black and had some like silverish lines around it and stuff. I painted it my blue color. Put the frost white on there as well. This thing handles very well. It's got decent speed to it. I haven't even raced with it yet. To tell you the truth, I've never won any races because I haven't even taken it into a race. I don't know what it's going to perform like. I'll have to get back to you on that one. Traction wise, seems pretty good. Everything seems pretty tight on this car. Seems a little bit tighter than the Turismo, but this thing's a bit faster than the Turismo. I like the Turismo, I like the way it looks, but I also like the way this one looks. It's a completely different look. It's a very unique looking car. You're not going to mistake it for anything else, I think. And then here's the other new car. I painted it green. Stock horn. I don't usually go much for those musical horns and everything. Just, if I want somebody out of my way, I just beep, beep, get out of my way. I put most of the stuff on it. I put this great big fin on it. And usually I like these big fins, these great big things. It even has the company name on it. And this one, I'm kind of regretting it. It just doesn't seem to match the car at all. I've taken out and I've driven it around. I've driven up and around the entire island, and it handles great and it's got great speed to it. I got in like one accident. I bumped into one guy completely around the entire highway, so I thought that was pretty good. Didn't really show much of a dent. I just touched a guy, and it's just this big fin on the back. I think I'll probably end up lowering it, putting the lower one on there. Just give it more of a factory showcase feel than this hot rod race car feel. This car doesn't feel, well, it feels like a race car, but it's not really, you know, it feels also like a street race car type thing. Performance, I like the way it performs and everything. Top speed and everything, it handles very well. Very good traction, very good everything. It's good sports car. It's probably gonna give the Dinka Jester a run for its money. I mean, the Dinka Jester handles very well, but this thing seems to handle very well as well. I haven't raced it yet. I just got it. Like I said, I drove it around. Haven't had a chance to really get in any big races with it. Got in a few chases with the police and got away just fine. My big pickup truck. The Sand King. Now, I'm probably going to trade this truck in, but the reason I bought it is it really reminds me of the truck I have in real life. I have a very big pickup truck in real life, just like this, and it's a similar color. Mine's called Atlantic Blue, and it reminds me of that. And I've taken this truck out and just driven it around, driven it off road a bit and stuff. And tell you the truth, I wish it was more 4x4-esque. It doesn't feel like it's 4x4. When you take it off-road, it should be. It should just rip up the road when you take it out. Because, I mean, my truck in real life, I've taken it out off-road, and I've taken it out into fields filled with snow. Never got stuck once. And I love the way this truck looks. I have a truck that's very similar to this in real life, like I said. It doesn't have the really, really big tires like this, but it just reminds me of something I actually have in real life, a vehicle I actually drive. I probably will trade this one in just to put something else here that I'll use a lot more than this big truck. I bought this guy just recently. I never had one, never driven one before. They had it in topless. So I figured, why not, right? And I got it, and I've driven it around. I've ripped around the highway a bit with it, and gotten a few car chases, robbed a few stores, and yeah, it's a nice car. I've seen other people talk about it and say that they like this car, and it's not the fastest car. It really isn't, but just the handling, for the speed, for the way it looks, it's a great car just to rip around town in, play a few missions. I'm actually going to really enjoy this car. I hope I don't actually have to get rid of it anytime soon. I like the way it's like the topless look on it. And over here I got the Banshee. Always liked the Banshee. Grand Theft Auto 3, I always drove the Banshee. Just like the way this car looks. I put the big fin on the back. I actually like the way that looks. I don't know why, I just do. I had one before, but it had the top on it. I didn't like it because you couldn't tint the windows or anything in that one. You can't tint the windows. You can't get any cool look to it when it's got the top on. I think it's a cool looking car. It's just, I don't know. It looks way cooler with no top. I like that big fin on the back. I think it kind of gives you a little bit of protection too. If somebody decides to come up behind you and shoot you, they gotta shoot around that fin. And this car here, I always wanted one of these as well. Just like my Rapid GT, I like this because it's got a robo roof. And this is really neat because it's got a hard top robo roof. It flips up and around, and there it goes. Painted it the blue. I might end up painting it a different color. The way the interior looks with the blue, it's nice, but something else might make it look nicer. I don't know. Just a fun car to go cruising in. What I like to do is I take this car out if I know it's going to rain soon, and this way I can just put the top up and get myself out of the rain. I don't like driving a topless car out in the rain. I know it's a video game, but still, wouldn't do it in real life. And I got the Huntley. I only bought this because I really just wanted to try it out. I was like, I'll buy it, try it out, I'll sell it. I don't think I'm going to sell this. I don't have a lot of four-door cars. I've got this, and I've got the Sand King back there, but the Sand King is a bit high profile. I mean, it's high profile. I mean, trying to get away in that thing is quite a challenge. This thing's got some speed to it. It's got a sleekness to it. It's like a truck, and I haven't actually taken a look. I think it even might be all-wheel drive. I was climbing a few mountains, and it seemed to go up the mountain real easily. I drove it around the highway, and I didn't have any problems, except when I went over one of the bridges, I kind of caught the corner and crinkled the corner when I went around, so I had to get that fixed. But handling, I think it handles very well. For a four-door SUV, yeah, I think I'm going to keep this one for a while. Definitely. I only bought it to try it out. Just to try it out, you know. And I painted it black. Give it that dark look. Not much of an SUV person. Never owned an SUV in real life. I've owned a small Jeep TJ, and I've owned a great big diesel truck, pickup truck, and that's about it. If I was going to get another car, I probably would get something like this, actually. 'Cause this is something I could actually afford. This in real life. But, you know what? This thing's not bad. Four-door vehicle. Yeah. Got the turbos and everything in there. I've taken it for a spin. Handles great. So if you're looking for something four-door, something that's good off-road, take a look at this, the Huntley S. It is very, very good. Alright, and that is my second car garage. Figured I'd go through it and take a look. Some of these cars are probably going to get traded out, like the bike and my Sand King are probably going to get traded out for something else. Even this muscle car here, you know, like, as much as I like this guy, I'll probably end up trading it out for something else. Like I said, they need to get more muscle cars in the game. It'd be nice to see. The Gauntlet too. They don't have any modifications. It's like you can just put a cool paint job on it. That's it. What I like to see them do, Rockstar should put it that you can put some mods on the Gauntlet. Like you can add a fin and stuff to the back, because that's a decent car. I mean, I think it's pretty much on par with the Dominator. it's hard to tell which one of those two are actually faster, because I've beat plenty of gauntlets in my Dominator in a straight out race, and like down the drain where you just go up and around. I've beat plenty of gauntlets in this thing, but then I used to also have a gauntlet that I would race with, and I've beat plenty of Dominators, so it's hard to tell which of the two cars are better. But I'm going on here, so I'll end the video with that, and I'll do another video maybe on a couple of my planes that I have. And thanks for watching. Push the like button if you found this information helpful. This is really just my opinion on what these cars are like, and thank you, and I'll see you around. Goodbye.